This podcast was recorded on September 12th, 2016. Welcome to the Trendzcast, Episode 2, 50 Shades of Dolphins taking a knee at Tesla with Hillary Rodham Clinton's body double. Welcome. My name is Stephen Carrison. I'm going to be bringing you the news that you are sharing. I'm going to take trending topics around the internet and present it back to you in 4 categories: entertainment, science, sports, and politics. These categories aren't perfect, but they are the easiest categories to put news articles into. First up, entertainment. Entertainment! In entertainment today, the first story we have is Miss Arkansas. She was named Miss America for 2017 last night. She's from Arkansas, obviously, as previously stated. She topped 52 contestants to win a crown. So, congratulations, Miss Arkansas. Savvy Shields is her name. And next up, Belle Biv DeVoe returns with the first single in 15 years, Run. Now, I'm 21 years old, so I've never heard of Belle Biv DeVoe, but in 15 years missing, from the music culture and coming back and just releasing a song, that's so impressive. They released it today, Monday, September 12th, after 15 years. That's incredible. Great comeback story. Next topic, FIFA 17 ratings revealed. The player ratings for the new FIFA 17 game are available now for viewing ahead of the game's release later this month. Now, I'm not a soccer fan either. All these topics I don't know about, but I'm talking about them anyways. But I have a good friend who plays FIFA 16 like mad. So, if you're listening to this now and the game isn't out yet, go look at these ratings. I'm sure that it'll help you choose your team, get some pre-specs on it. I know that you can't actually pick your players. You have to buy them or earn them through in-game currency. So, look at the draw. But, hey, you can compare your favorite players to the scores that the game gave them. That'd be interesting to see. Next topic is probably one of the biggest today in entertainment. Beyonce interrupted her own concert so one of her dancers could put a ring on it. Beyonce stopped her St. Louis concert just so one of her dancers could get engaged on stage. 2 single ladies, naturally. Now, that's a cool story. I mean, I'm not a fan of Beyonce either. But that's a cool thing for her to do, to stop her show. One of her employees let her get married on stage in front of everyone. It's crazy. That's so romantic. Except for the fact that they were all wearing like half-naked leather straps, and Beyonce herself was wearing leather high-heel boots up to her knees. She looks kind of like I want to say a pirate, but those boots sure look like a pirate's boots. I don't know. Next story. Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna reveal the sex of their baby on Rob and Chyna. It's an emotional moment. They're expecting a girl. Congratulations, Rob and Blac. Next story. U.S. women's national gymnastics team to appear at Wolfstein Center next month. The final 5, Simone Biles, Gabby Douglas, Lori Hernandez, Madison Koshian, and Allie Reisman, won 9 medals between them in Rio, including golds in the team all-around and individual all-around for Biles. I don't know what kind of show they be doing at the Wolfstein Center. Let me look into the details here. No, they're going to be doing some kind of show. If you live near the Wolfstein Center, go check that out. Next story. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run book signing. The Harvard Co-op is deeply honored to welcome Bruce Springsteen for a signing of his new book, Born to Run. No book purchase will be required with a wristband ticket on the day of the event. The cost of the book is $26, blah, 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 plus Massachusetts sales. I didn't know Bruce Springsteen had released a book, but it sounds like it's based on his life, probably growing up and becoming a rock star. I like the title, Born to Run. But I'm not sure if he was a runner. He's not a very runner-looking guy. I don't know how to describe it, but again, if you're in Massachusetts, go check out that book signing. It sounds pretty cool at Harvard. Very cool. Now I'm going to move on to a more vague, not really news story today, but it is entertainment and it is trending, so it's going to be included in the trends class. And that is the trending hashtag National Video Game Day. Now, today is apparently the unofficial or official National Video Game Day, and everyone in the gaming community is posting about it. You got official Sonic the Hedgehog, official Xbox, official Sony. All these different gaming companies are posting on Twitter today, sharing their love for video games. Video games have had despite it has a long history, there really wasn't too much of a culture until the past, I'd say 20 years for video games. It was about the same time the Star Wars prequels came out that video games have really changed culture with shared experiences, pre-made shared experiences, or multiplayer unpre-made experiences. You got whole websites dedicated to video games now, pretty much like Twitch, who stream video games for other people to view as someone's playing it. You got billions of dollars in the video game industry. It's crazy how big it has grown. Very crazy. And I have another hashtag that is more so a news article, but that news article is 50 Shades Darker, the sequel to 50 Shades of Grey. The trailer came out today, and it's not the full trailer, it's a teaser. The debut is tomorrow, but I am so not excited. The first movie was terrible. This is the most unrealistic relationship I think I've ever seen in any movie ever. He's a very creepy stalker man, Mr. Grey, who stalks and predatorily hunts down. If you haven't seen the honest trailers for 50 Shades of Grey, go watch that. They do a great roast on the movie. Yeah. And one last hashtag here in entertainment that's trending is comedy in 5 words. There's no exact reason why, I don't know the exact reason why this is trending, but it is really funny. If you go to Twitter right now and you look at the search in hashtag comedy in 5 words, you'll see some good stuff. A lot of mocking, a lot of I guess a little bit mean mockery, but not too mean. No, not any racism I could see in the top of the list, but a lot of politics and inside jokes if you're not a fan of internet memes and culture. But I've got a good comedy in 5 words that I wanted to share before we moved on to our next topic. This podcast is high quality. Boom, I can roast myself too. Now, the next topic is my favorite topic, but a short topic today. Science! Science! Today in science, we have Tesla Motors as our first story. Tesla Musk says new autopilot likely would have prevented death. There was a recent death, I think it was last month, on a car accident where a autopiloted car crashed and it killed the passenger, I guess you would say. He's not the actual driver. The autopilot caused a fatal collision. And now Tesla's trying to make improvements in autopilot technology that says, they're saying now that the fix they're making now fixes what caused the collision. And hopefully it does, because I personally want autopilot driving to be a reality. It would just solve so many issues. The economy would be so much better if traffic wasn't so bad. You'd save, everyone on average would save so much gas, because if they were all cars were run by a computer, then traffic would be as efficient as possible because it'd only be one hive mind working the entire traffic system. Now, I understand the opposing thought of, well, what if someone takes control of it? You can have like an assassin basically hack into the cars and cause collisions and murder people without anyone knowing who they are. So there's high risk and high reward here for a good autopilot system. But hopefully one day we'll have a more efficient traffic system because traffic is just awful. People don't know how to drive, and there's too many cars on the road. So hopefully autopilot will come to fruition, and that this sad, tragic death doesn't stop that from becoming a reality. Now, moving on to the next topic in science. Hewlett-Packard to buy Samsung's printer business in $1.05 billion deal. Hewlett-Packard, shortened as HP Inc., you may have heard their computers before, HP Computers, said it would buy Samsung Electronic Companies Limited's printer business in a deal valued at $1.05 billion. The acquisition is expected to add to HP's earnings in its full year after closing. The company said on Monday that adding Samsung will invest $100 million to $300 million in the company. I'm not sure how to feel about this because I don't like HP printers. Printers are quite the monopoly. The best printing deals you can get are probably at a business that does printing for you. Unless you're just printing, an essay or something. If you're trying to get a poster or anything nice and anything industrially done, you just want to go take it to a print shop, get it printed there. It's cheaper than getting your own home printer. I mean, have a little printer that only does black and white, but you can't just have black and white because it's a monopoly on ink. So I don't know how to feel about this. Closing the market a little bit more on the printer business. But I've never owned a Samsung printer to my knowledge. And comment in the section below on YouTube if you have a Samsung. How do you feel about this? And again, science topics today are really short for some reason. Science just isn't trending today, sadly. But the last story is a bit more exciting and tragic. Samsung Note 7 explodes, setting Jeep on fire. How to check your phone is safe. Now, there's images going around of a Jeep entirely engulfed in flames because this guy's phone exploded while sitting in a car. If you haven't heard, the Samsung Note 7 has a poorly made lithium battery with poorly decided circuitry in it. So when you're working with a prototype of an electronic device that is being made for industrial production, you don't consider what can go wrong in industrial production. And what has gone wrong is bad design, and that bad design has led to the explosive failure of Samsung Note 7s, which is a phone, if you don't even know what a Samsung Note 7 is. And there earlier this month, when the phone released initially, a guy's pants caught fire because his phone exploded in his pocket. And it's a big fear right now. If you have a Galaxy Note 7, please take it back to your phone provider and have it traded in for a new Samsung Note 7, one that wasn't part of the industrial failure batch. And that wraps it up for science, sadly. I know it's not a lot today, but there is a lot more in the next category, which is sports. Sports! Now, I got a lot to talk about here in sports today, and the first story is a slightly controversial. I don't understand how this happened, but Mo Farah, an Olympic runner for the UK, was sent to the back of a queue while boarding flight home from Rio, his wife claims. Now, his wife says that when he was boarding a plane home from the Rio Olympics, they took him, her husband, and put him in the back of the line to get on onto the plane, which he's a black man, for reference, from the UK, and he was put to the back in Brazil. And I'm not sure if Rio is a very racist place or not, but there's a lot of conflicting stories on this. A lot of people are saying that his wife is incredible, that his wife is the one who pulled him back at the line. He wasn't pulled back by the airport, but his wife pulled him back, and that she's lying. It's a weird story, very weird. But he just yesterday won the third Great North Run, and I think it was in Canada. And he's all excited about that, but now there's this controversy coming out about his wife and Rio's police force. Hopefully this doesn't turn into another Ryan Lochte story where it just blows over everyone's heads and no one understands what's going on, and then these stories trickle in and it explodes bigger than it should be. But 11,000 people are talking about this right now on Facebook, and it's a bizarre story. Bizarre. In the next topic, we have the Patriots quarterback who is taking Tom Brady's place because Tom Brady has I think it's 3-game suspension right now. I can't even remember the reason why, but I think it's something related to Inflategate again. And last night, the Patriots almost lost to the Cardinals from Atlanta. The game was tight, 23 Patriots, 21 Cardinals. And the backup quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, recovered towards the end of the game and started making good plays, and he saved the game for his team. So that's good news for the Patriots. I'm a Patriots fan. I didn't watch the game, but it was a good game apparently, 23-21. That's a tight game. And Jimmy, congrats, you did good. Now, this next story is a bit long-winded, but I think I could shorten it up pretty quickly. CM Punk's next fight shouldn't be in UFC, says Dana White. A lot of people are talking about this. This is a deeply complex UFC story, and I'm only shallow on UFC because it's just not a sport I follow, but a lot of my friends do. And CM Punk is a newcomer to the UFC. He's only got 2 wins on 2 fights. And I'm guessing people don't want him in here. It's interesting. Moving on. And this is a hot topic that I'm a little worried about talking about, but here I bring it on. Randy Moss made the angriest face with Trent Dilfer criticized Colin Kaepernick on, I think it was ESPN. They were having a conversation about Colin Kaepernick taking a knee, and Trent Dilfer went in pretty hard on Colin Kaepernick on Sunday, and Randy Moss did not look very happy about it. He made one grumpy looking face, man. Hopefully I can get this in the video on YouTube. Man, if I can't, go ahead and Google Randy Moss angry face. That was some mean mugging. He's obviously on the side of Colin Kaepernick, or maybe Trent Dilfer went overboard. I don't have the exact words that Trent Dilfer said here. That is an impressively angry face. Randy Moss, Randy space Moss, Moss. Look up his angry face. That is priceless. Next story, back to Rio. U.S. swimmer Elizabeth Marks wins gold at the Paralympic Games. Now, if you didn't know, this past Friday, the Paralympic Games started. That was September 9th, I believe. I think the Paralympics began on September 9th. And here we have a swimmer from the U.S. who is missing one leg from the knee down, her left leg. She won the gold in the 100-meter breaststroke on Saturday. Congratulations. She's a hero to a lot of people out there. The beautiful thing about the Paralympics is showing that even broken people can achieve greatness. That's a great thing to inspire with right there. Broken people can inspire to great things. Now, moving on to a less important story compared to that last one. That was a good story. Robert Griffin III placed on injured reserve with shoulder injury. Robert Griffin III is a football player, and he hit a major stumbling block after just one game with Cleveland. He got hurt. He was the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, and looks like he got tackled pretty hard, and it probably damaged his shoulder. And they're looking at replacing him with a better quarterback for the moment because his throwing arm was the arm that was damaged in the hit. Moving on to the next story. Fabricio Werdum explains why he kicked Travis Brown's coach. Fabricio Werdum landed a kick on Edmund Dianes after winning at UFC 203, which was the last UFC. My mom said, never say bad things to nobody. So I guess there was a bit of trash talking and he kicked him in the face. Wow, listen to the simplicity of the UFC. This is why I kind of don't watch it, but hey, it's entertainment to some people. Next story. Another death here in the sport world. Driver dies after multi-car wreck at Ohio's Eldora Speedway. Shane Unger, 35, died after suffering severe injuries in a crash Saturday night at Eldora Speedway, the Ohio dirt track owned by NASCAR driver Tony Stewart. Now, it's always a sad story that I have to tell when a death is trending, but this looks like it was a good guy. A lot of grieving people saying goodbye to him on Facebook, and he will be missed. Seems to be a talented driver. And hopefully we can make better cars, improve. Hopefully this doesn't happen again. Maybe there's something wrong with the track. There's just a freak accident. I don't know. But pray for his family. His name is Shane Unger. He was 35. This next story, a little lighthearted. Landon Donovan, historic American soccer player, returns to the LA Galaxy in 4-2 win over Orlando. Landon Donovan embraced his wife and cradled his young son for the first time after a soccer game, basking in the moment he craved when he ended his 21-month MLS retirement. Donovan then handed off his son and ran straight to the LA Galaxy's locker room to get on a treadmill. The most accomplished soccer player in U.S. history, Landon Donovan. Congrats to Landon Donovan. He's pretty old. I think he's in his 30s now, but he's back in it. He took a 21-month retirement from the Major League Soccer to, I guess, raise his son. He had plenty of money to live off of, I guess, and now he's coming back. He's a historic American football player. If you don't know him, he went to the FIFA Cup, I think, in 2008, and was our best player then. And he didn't make the team in 2012, but maybe this is his attempt to make it here. Or how was it? I think it was 2015 to 2009, because I think FIFA's odd years with the Summer Olympics. It's like the year after Summer Olympics. So I think it was 2009 to 2013. So I think next year is the next one. Those are all inaccurate facts right there that I just thought to myself. Ignore all that. Look it up yourself. You have the internet. Next story here. Rainbow Warriors claim victory over UT Martin 41-36 in first home game of the season. It's the team's first victory this season. Other headlines like this one. There's no place like home. University of Hawaii's football team beat University of Tennessee Martin Saturday night, marking their first victory this season. I guess the Hawaiians are real happy about their football right now, and they're spreading it around. If you are Hawaiian and you are listening to this podcast, make sure to spread it around by commenting in the comment section below. Because the topics trending today aren't very full of life. I didn't mean to make that joke. But that's not right, but just a low share count right here. I think the story had about 4.4 thousand shares. So moving on to the biggest story on Twitter right now, which is hangover from the weekend. It's the Dolphin players kneeling during the national anthem while Seahawks lock their arms. So this is all further aftermath from the Colin Kaepernick story, where Colin Kaepernick sat down during the national anthem to show protest. So instead of showing protest, showing support for Christian Americans, the Dolphin players took a knee, kind of like the Tebow move, take a knee for Christianity. And the Seahawks, in a show of support against police brutality, locked their arms together instead of sitting down like Colin Kaepernick did. So while the Seahawks aren't trending, the Dolphins are. So I think it's the trending is either, it's probably a mix of both anti-Dolphin rhetoric of any sort, and then anti-Black Lives Matter sentiment, a whole mix of things. Usually Twitter tweets, trending topics are based off of negativity or pure jokes, and I don't see really any jokes here, so I would say most of the base forward is negative trend topic drive. But if you want to do Twitter a good one and society a good one, go ahead and tweet on Twitter at the Dolphins to make a more positive tweet. I don't know. Clean up Twitter, guys. Clean up Twitter. It's a mean place. Now, for our last topic, we have politics. Politics is also short today, but it is pretty deep. Pretty deep. First off, David Cameron to quit as Conservative Parliament member for Whitney. BB News reports. If you don't know who David Cameron was, he was the Prime Minister of England until the Brexit vote this past summer, where England voted to leave the European Union. In that moment, the ruling party in British government, because Parliament is very complex, became smaller because of the vote. Because the vote was not just on Brexit itself, but also on members of Parliament. So the majority switched over from David Cameron's party to his opposing party, who wished for Brexit, while David Cameron wished for Brexit not to happen, and his team lost. So he decided to resign from the prime ministership this past summer after Brexit, about 2 days after. And now he's also quitting his job as a parliament member. He doesn't want to be involved in politics anymore, as it seems. And Prime Minister Cameron has had a long history of interesting stories, and a lot of people like him, a lot of people don't. A lot of accusations of weird stories, such as his frat boy pig sex story, where about 9 months ago there was a story coming around that David Cameron, as a 20-something frat boy in college, had sex with a dead pig. And that's a little bizarre if you ask me. But he also worked with George Bush, and he's worked with now President Obama for 8 years. He's been in and out, in and out, in and out as the leader of the country. And it seems like he's finally given up with England. And he will be resigning. There will be a surprise election for the people of Whitney, who have to vote on a surprise election in his Oxfordshire seat, which is up for grabs now. He's also trending on Twitter as well as Facebook. A lot of people are sharing their favorite and least favorite moments of David Cameron. Well, Goodbye, David Cameron. Good luck out there with your piggies. Oink oink. This next story. Raghuram Rajaj took many steps to put banking system in the right direction. President Pranab Mukherjee. Retired RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan cleans up more than $100 billion of stressed assets on the books of banks, came in praise from President Pranab Mukherjee. Whew, that is a mouthful. Well, it looks like he cleaned up the economy for his government. This topic is trending very lightly. There isn't much trending in politics right now. I think this story has about 5,000 tweets. Not tweets, posts on Facebook. And it's not even trending on Twitter. But this next story is trending a lot. It has 1 million tweets. It has 1 million posts on Facebook, at least. And it's an interesting one. Apparently, let me put some background to this, because this is a big story and the last one of the day. Yesterday was September 11th, a national tragedy day for America, where 9/11 was 15 years ago. World Trade Center was attacked, and 3,000 Americans lost their lives. Well, there's also the U.S. election going on, Hillary Clinton versus Trump, and they're going back and forth. And for months now, there's been hints that Hillary Clinton has been sick. She's been coughing for about 3 months now. She had a seizure about 7 months ago, and recently she had to be held up at a speech that she was giving. Her Secret Service had to hold her up physically so that she could stand. She also had a coughing fit at one of her rallies, where she ended up having to leave the stage because she was coughing almost nonstop for 4 minutes. And she ended up spitting something yellow into a cup, and I'll come back to that later. And then she went to the 9/11 memorial yesterday in New York City, because both she and Donald Trump are New Yorkers, and they visit New York City pretty often. Trump lives in New York City, just down the street from where 9/11 happened. He has his own tower, Trump Tower. They went both to visit the memorial, which is now a new tower, the Freedom Tower, where the Twin Towers were. And when Trump arrived, there was nothing big going on. He came, he paid his respects, he left. But when Hillary Clinton came, she got out of the car, she got about 15 feet away from it, and then she started having convulsions, and then her guards started pulling her back. Video cameras caught eye of her being pulled back into the car, and noticed that she was having a seizure, and something metal fell out of her pants. I'm not really sure what that is. No one, the Clinton campaign hasn't mentioned why there was metal that came out of Hillary Clinton's pants. It makes a clear ting, and you could see it in the video that was captured of her convulsing as they were getting her back in her vehicle. And they announced yesterday, late in the day, 9/11, that Hillary Clinton has pneumonia. And she's had it for a little while now, but they're not saying that, but it's very clear. The yellow thing that she spat back into a cup about a week ago was actually the side effect of pneumonia, which is pus in the lungs. So she spat up some pus from her lungs. That's why she was coughing so much, is because the pus was coming up from her throat, and she had to spit it out. So she spat out in a cup, and they took her off stage for some reason. And then, since the news yesterday that she was sick, but they let that out that she had pneumonia. And then today there was a tweet out from her campaign, apparently of a picture of her walking around saying she's fine. She's A-okay. She's feeling great. She's walking around. She left her daughter's apartment in New York. But a lot of people are saying that isn't Hillary Clinton, apparently. That's right. The trending topic today, the most trending topic, is that apparently this person or Hillary Clinton in this tweet isn't Hillary Clinton, but a body double. 1 million people are sharing this right now on Facebook. Well, this is bizarre. then you got before and after pictures that show pretty clear differences that it's not her. The face is differently structured. The weight is different. I mean, it almost seems real, but why would they put this out if it's not Hillary Clinton? Why would is this really something crazy? What's going on here? But this topic is blowing my mind. Hillary's body double. That's trending on Twitter and Facebook right now. That's crazy. The conspiracy theorists are losing their minds. This is next level stuff going on here. Some body doubling. Go ahead and look online for yourself at the before and after body doubling. Apparently, this is bizarre. Very bizarre. And that's the last topic for today. It wraps things up for this Trendzcast. Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe. Tune in again next time to hear the news that you are sharing. Have a good day.